Ashlee Bierworth. I'm currently a junior at the University of Arizona, and I am a recovering liberal. So that's probably not what you all were expecting me to say, but before you move me off the stage, I would like to share my story with you. When I was in high school, I really wasn't educated about policies, current events, or really what the difference between being a liberal and a conservative was. My father was always conservative, but could lean liberal with certain candidates, and my mother really had no interest in government at all. So when I was in my senior year government class, I was really excited to be learning the difference for myself. But when my teacher was telling us, she made it seem like being a conservative was such a bad thing, and that I was supposed to be liberal just because I was young. So a little bit after that, one of my friends asked me to come walk doors with him on a liberal legislative campaign, so I had agreed. I always wanted to get involved with government, just really never had the opportunity before this point. So in the fall of 2012, I interned on a liberal legislative campaign, but throughout the entire experience, I started to hate it all. I didn't like any of the politicians I met. The Senate candidate that I worked for was someone that I wouldn't be comfortable with in a room alone. I was so appalled by how fake and sleazy everyone through the process was that I never wanted to get involved again. The biggest experience I remember was a small campaign event for a candidate running for sheriff, and I was so excited to meet him. He was running for office, and he really probably didn't have a chance against our current sheriff, but when I went up to talk to him, he really had no interest in speaking to me once he found out I was too young to actually vote. So after that, I went on the doctor route. I used to change my mind about what I wanted to do all the time, as I'm sure you all do. An intern for shout out a couple doctors, interned for a medical billing company, and then went to the University of Arizona with a major in biology. This lasted for about a semester until I found what I was truly passionate about: conservatism. I joined our campus conservative club on a whim, and it had such an effect on me that today I'm president of it. The biggest thing that made me so passionate about the conservative movement was healthcare. I was extremely frustrated with the effects of Obamacare on everyone who already had insurance, and especially when I saw my own family struggling from the financial burden of rising premiums. Once I realized that the health insurance industry didn't cross state lines, I became more frustrated in how restrictive the system was, and I realized this was the cause of the high cost of insurance. Once I got involved in the movement, I started becoming passionate about other issues as well, like free market solutions to the environment and gun rights, and I knew that this was where I belonged. So joining a conservative club on campus was probably one of the best decisions that I made. It led me to meet some of my closest friends and just exposed me to so many opportunities that I probably wouldn't have had the chance at if I hadn't joined. I interned for 2 conservative campaigns, one for my current conservative governor and current congresswoman in a larger liberal district, had the opportunity to go to CPAC twice, and even attended YAP's National Student Conservative Conference last summer. As you apply and enroll in college, you will find that some college campuses are lucky with a limited amount of political bias in the classrooms, but for the most part, this will unfortunately not happen. You will most likely have teachers who spew liberal bias in each and every one of their lectures and who will criticize you for standing up for what you believe in. Let me tell you about one of my professors in the political science department at my university that I have had for the past 2 years. And I have witnessed some of the most liberal dogma to ever come out of someone's mouth in that time. When I asked to advertise a campaign internship for a conservative gubernatorial candidate, the professor let me say my piece in front of the 500-person class, and then as I walked back to my seat, advised all of them, mostly consisting of impressionable freshmen and sophomores, that he advised them to vote against my candidate. And then the next semester, as he waxed on about his love affair with Vladimir Putin, he even went so far as to denounce a student who disagreed with him, based on the fact that the student's family had actually fled Russia because of Putin's tyranny. I'm not telling you all this to scare you off from being a campus conservative. Rather, I want you to enjoy yourselves and be prepared for what you might encounter. So here's my advice to you. College is a great opportunity to build off what you're passionate about and to meet people who are just as passionate about it as you. Know what you believe in and meet and talk to all types of different people. It's always fun to have a discussion with someone who doesn't agree with you in every area. Stand up for what you believe in, and don't just sit there when you see a teacher doing something you know that they shouldn't. Lastly, and probably most importantly, get